here to share some thoughts about curriculum mapping, which is one of the initiatives. And Atlas Rubicon is the tool that we're using, the program. Curriculum mapping is a process that we're using to design a map for what we teach. It makes us look at the overall concepts, not looking at lessons in pieces. I participated in several training sessions presented by Atlas Rubicon, but the real learning took place when I actually started working on my first map. What I learned is that it involves a different way of looking at how I plan my lessons. Instead of doing lesson plans with an objective for each day, I have to look at identify essential concepts, the important learning that should be taking place. So I'm not looking at it as pieces and putting the pieces together. It's looking at what I want my students to learn in this lesson. From there, when you identify that, you have to work backwards and say, okay, how am I going to teach this? What skills do I want my students to learn? What resources, what activities, what assessments? So it really makes you focus on your lesson on a unit, not just looking at the lessons as small pieces. My unit grew from a language arts, which is a real benefit that I see to curriculum mapping. It grew from a language arts lesson map to involving social studies, science, and math concepts. And probably if I wasn't doing the curriculum mapping, I wouldn't have identified those concepts. I wouldn't have dug in deep into the lesson to identify that there's, that I could do cross-curricular content with my language arts lesson. The process of mapping led me to focus on creating specific assessments for specific skills. Another benefit that I see of curriculum mapping is that it provides the teachers, this is a great thing, it provides us a chance to share ideas. On Atlas Rubicon, everyone's putting their curriculum maps district-wide. So I can actually go and look at other people's maps and get ideas for what other teachers, if somebody's doing a lesson on fractions in another school, I would never see that teacher and have the opportunity to talk to them, but I could see what they're doing, get ideas on how they're assessing, how they're creating their lessons, and it really adds to teachers working collaboratively, even though we're in different buildings. And the biggest, another big lesson from the curriculum mapping process is realizing that it's an ongoing process. A curriculum map is never done. It's not something that you just go in, you add to it. You start small and you start increasing things to your lessons. So even though you have the unit mapped out, as you discover other concepts and other skills that you can teach, you can add to it and it grows. And it has directed me to learning and adding to my own professional growth by having to research and learn more about the art of teaching. So I feel like it's going to improve, because we're just in the beginning processes and we're still learning. It's going to improve my teaching, and by improving my teaching and my instruction, it'll benefit greatly the students' learning. So, thank you.
Thank you.